I'm gonna show you how to use routers and mold you into the greatest, most expertest DIYer. I'm talking about routers. Yeah! After saws and sanders, the router is the next professional tool that you should learn how to use. From trimming and flush cutting and grooving and fancy profiles, it's extremely versatile, extremely useful. Most routers are made the same way. They have this plate with handles on it that comes off, and they have the motor. This is the main body of your router. The cutting mechanism has to be attached to it in some way. To get that piece attached to it, we use a specialized nut called a chuck. These come with the router when you buy it. They usually come in two different sizes because router bits often have two different sized shanks. Those are all the parts. You're done. That's it. You now know all the parts that make up this machine. Let's talk about the bits. There are so many bits. So many bits, in fact, I've never used them all. I've never seen them all. It's bananas. But I have here some of the most common that you'll probably come across when you just begin to use the router. So how does it work? When you run this bearing along the edge of your material, it's going to shape your material into this profile. For my project, I've chosen to use this decorative molding profile. And I think we could get started if only the television fairies would come along and clean up my workstation. Amazing! Oh, I love TV. To install a router bit, remove the plate, then place your chuck, give it a couple of turns like this. Once your chuck is on a little bit, just insert your router bit about 3/4 all the way inside. To tighten it, you'll need the 2 wrenches that came with the router when you bought it. And you put them on, just like any other 2 nuts and bolts, so that it's nice and snug. Reattach the plate and handle assembly. And it goes on by spinning like this. And you can see, as it goes down, the router bit can come up, which means you can set it however deep you want it to be. By locking this mechanism over, it locks the plate in place at the depth that you want. Now that my machine is set up, let's take a moment to talk shop safety. Before I do anything, I'm gonna put on safety glasses, ear protection, and during all of this, I have been working on this machine with it unplugged. Always read and understand the manuals of your tools, whatever the tool is in your shop. Now I'm ready to cut, I just gotta plug it in. Remember, this guide bearing will follow the profile of whatever you push it along. In this case, it's just the straight edge of my piece of wood. And you'll notice that I clamp the piece down so it won't move while I'm pushing against it. Then I just flip it over. Sorry if I'm yelling. That's what happens when you have ear protection on. Other side. Voila! Chair rail molding. Ooh. And although I'm covered in a little bit of sawdust, I don't think it was really that much work.